Be me, 26, in a relationship for 3 years. Quotes because sometimes it felt more like a lease. He's 29, quiet, calm, the kind who reads instead of argues. We rarely fought, but he always had this annoying thing where he was just right. About everything. Food to order, people's intentions, what would happen next. Like a walking spoiler alert of life. So when he planned a trip for us, 5 days in a beach town we used to dream about, I was already over it. Told myself I needed a break from his quiet knowing, his "are you sure about that?" smirks, his "you'll regret it later" looks when I snapped at waiters. I told friends it was romantic, but deep down I was just hoping for an escape from him, even if we were technically traveling together. We get there. Weather's perfect, air smells like lime and sunscreen. Check into this little Airbnb by the sea. He picked it. Of course he did. It had one of those outdoor showers and a record player. He played Norah Jones like we were in a montage. I scrolled TikTok on the couch and pretended not to notice. He asked if I wanted wine, said, "Whatever you want," without looking up. He poured it anyway. Next morning he goes for a run. Classic. Leaves me alone with the sound of the waves and my own thoughts, so I grab my phone. Open messages. He's still in there. Mark. From work. Lean, tan, confident in a cocky way. The kind of guy who says, "You're trouble," after a 5-minute convo. We started as jokes. He made fun of my coffee order. I said his handwriting looked like serial killer script. But then one night, he asked what perfume I wore. Said it lingered on his thoughts. Something my boyfriend never said. At least, not in the last year. So I message him. "At the beach lol, bored already?" He replies instantly. "Should have brought me instead." My fingers hover, then I type, "Bet you wouldn't make me listen to jazz and share one pillow." He sends a photo. Shirtless. Backyard, golden hour lighting. Caption, "Beach vibes without the beach." I reply, "Rude," with a heart emoji. Then delete the chat, just in case. Boyfriend comes back sweaty, says, "You'd love the boardwalk right now." Smiles like he's sharing something sacred. I say, "Maybe later." He looks disappointed, but doesn't push. Classic him. Just lets me rot in silence and calls it peace. Next day, he books us a kayak tour. Seems excited. Tells me to wear that yellow bikini he likes. I wear the black one instead. Says, "You look beautiful." I say, "I know." He smiles anyway. Why is that worse than if he fought back? We paddle through mangroves. Guide says, "Stay close." I drift just a little too far. He gently tugs my boat back. Says, "You always run first, don't you?" I pretend I didn't hear that. That night, we go to this beach bar. He orders fish tacos. I get a mojito and post a thirst trap in stories. Caption, "Sandy toes, not sorry." Mark views it instantly. Heart reacts. Messages, "Tell me you're not alone." Brain says no. Fingers type, "Not really." Go to the bathroom. Take mirror picture. Pull bikini strap down just slightly. Send to Mark. Say, "Wish you were here to fix this tan line." He replies, "I'd fix more than that." Bite my lip. Delete chat again. Boyfriend walks me back to the Airbnb. Holds my hand. Says, "You've been distant." I shrug. Say, "Just tired." He nods like he believes me. Why does he always believe me? Next morning, he makes pancakes. Puts berries in mine because I once said I liked that. 2 years ago, he remembered. I pretend to enjoy it. Scroll while chewing. Mark sends, "If you sneak out tonight, I'll make it worth it." Stomach flutters. Brain buzzes. Boyfriend leans in, kisses my cheek, says, "Love you." I say, "Thanks." Night falls. Boyfriend says he's tired, asks if we can stay in. I say I might take a walk. He nods, says, "Don't stay out too late." God, why is he always like this? Why won't he make it hard to leave? Walk down the street. Mark's car is already waiting by the corner. Hop in. He smells like cologne and risk. Drives us to a different part of the beach. Emptier, darker. He parks, says, "Been thinking about this all week." No hesitation. His hand slides up my thigh before I say anything. We don't talk much. End up in the back seat. Sand still in my shoes. Skirt hiked up. Window fogged. I let him. Didn't even think. Didn't even ask. It wasn't love. It wasn't hate. Just static. After, he lights a cigarette. Says, "You're not like the others." But he doesn't look at me. Like I'm already fading. He drops me back at the corner. Says, "Same time tomorrow?" I laugh. Say, "Maybe." Walk back in silence. Boyfriend's asleep. Left the porch light on. My towel folded. His book on the couch. Open at chapter 6. He reads slow, always savoring the words. Told me once, I like stories that build. Ironic. Go to bed, can't sleep, feel itchy under my skin. Mark messages can't stop thinking about earlier. I don't reply. Next morning, boyfriend is cooking again. Eggs, toast, coffee the way I like it. He says, slept okay? I say, yeah. He doesn't push, just hands me a plate, like always. We walk to the beach. He holds my hand again, says, I hope you're happy. I say, why wouldn't I be? He says, because I can feel you slipping. I stay quiet. He stops, turns to me, says, you always look for something more, but you never ask if more is better. I want to scream. I want to defend. I want to say, Mark made me feel alive. But even that would be a lie, so I just nod. He smiles, not smug, just sad, like someone who knew the ending before page 1. That night, I check Mark's story. He's with someone else already. Different girl, different beach, same lines probably. Boyfriend doesn't say anything, but I can feel him letting go. Not out loud, just in his body, in the way he doesn't reach for my hand anymore, in the way he reads with headphones in, and that's when it hits. Not guilt, not regret. Just this cold, sharp truth. He was right. About Mark, about me, about how some people don't want love. They want drama with a good soundtrack. But I don't apologize, don't cry, don't confess. Because if I do, then I have to admit he was somewhat right and I was somewhat wrong. And I don't know how to live with that, so forget it. Day after Mark, wake up late, boyfriend's already out. Left a note, went for a walk, pancakes in the fridge. Can't even be mad, but I am. At myself. At March. At this whole stupid beach trip. Check phone. Mark left me on red. Cute. Guess I was just a beach day, hit and run. Laugh bitterly. Text him, fun night lol. Never delivers. He blocked me. Classic. Used me like sunscreen. Apply, enjoy, discard. But I'm not pressed. I'm above caring. Right? Boyfriend comes back. Says, we should talk. My stomach tightens. Try to play dumb. Say, about what? He looks me dead in the eye. Says, I know. Freeze. Know what? He doesn't blink. I saw your messages. I saw Mark. I know. Heart stops, then flares into anger. Why was he snooping? Who checks someone's phone on vacation? Say, that's a huge invasion of privacy. He just shakes his head. Says, you cheated and you're worried about privacy? Say, you never made me feel wanted. Classic deflection combo meal. He laughs, low, disappointed. I always knew you'd do this. I just hoped I was wrong. God, why does he always have to sound like a tragic movie line? Tell him, you're not exactly exciting either. He doesn't respond, just walks into the bedroom, packs his bag. Like actually starts folding clothes. Zipper noise hits like a gunshot. I say, you're really leaving over one mistake? He says, no, I'm leaving because you made it twice. Oh, he knows about the other time. Forgot I used Mark's name before. He remembered. Of course he did. Walk out onto the porch, try to act unbothered. He comes out with his bag, says, you know what hurts most? I roll my eyes, says, it's not that you cheated, it's that you made me feel like loving you was stupid. Stare at him. Say, maybe it was. He nods. Yeah, but I loved you anyway. Walks away, doesn't look back. Texts Sasha, he left LOL. She replies, men are weak. But it doesn't help. Feel like the weak one. 3 days later, scroll Instagram. His profile updated. New picture. He's hiking. With a girl I've never seen before. She's not hot, but she's cute. Soft eyes, natural smile. Caption, grateful for new beginnings. She comments, you make peace feel like home? He replies, you are home. Try not to throw up. Stalk her page. She bakes. She journals. She has a degree in something wholesome like occupational therapy. One of her pics says, he makes me feel chosen every day. Cool. She's a dishwasher-safe version of me. No rough edges, no sharp tongue, just soft hands and modest captions. Send screenshot to Sasha. Say, he downgraded LOL. Sasha replies, men always pick the safe bet when they're tired. But even that feels hollow. Go back to my own feed. Post bikini pic from the beach. Caption, his loss. For some reason not getting as much replies as I used to, but I'm sure some simps will bite eventually. Not like I'd even look at them though. Sit in my room. Play old voice notes from him. One where he said, I want to build something with you. I replied, I'm not a construction site. Back then, I thought I was clever. Now I just sound exhausting. As much as I hate to admit it, he was kinda right. About Mark. About me. About how good was never good enough for me. But I won't say sorry, because that would mean giving him closure. And if he gets peace, what do I get? So I tell everyone he couldn't handle a strong woman, say he left because I was too much, because that's easier than admitting I pushed away the one person who actually meant it when he said, I see you. Still, he thinks he's right. I just wish he hadn't been.